Hi everyone, this is Bluesaxplayer, and I'm going to be bringing you my guide for Udyr, the animal spirit. I hope you enjoy it. Udyr is a jungler in the current metagame because I think he fits better than going solo top lane. But as you can see how I'm standing around the bush here, I start with wolves and then blue buff, and I ask my teammates to give me a pull or give me some help with the wolves and then pull blue, because it means you have a lot more health in case the lanes are pushed and you have to just keep going on farming because you can't gank anything. So I get blue to be pulled here, and I think Udyr is better as a jungler because he'd normally go top lane otherwise, and it's best to leave top lane to someone who can carry the game better. They get more benefit from the solo lane golden experience. But you see here I clear wraiths, and then I move all the way back over to wolves, and wait a second, and then kill them when they spawn. Then go over to golems, and use my first health potion here, and then defeat red and use my second health potion. Since this is a jungle guide, obviously I'm going to be talking about ganking in this video, and here comes our first one. And basically your job in a gank is to run up to someone with bear stance active and hit them, just get that stun off so your teammate can use their crowd control. And here I use my flash and stun to make sure Talon dies, and then if you look at Udyr's early game damage, he takes this massive chunk of damage and Garen just dies instantly, combined with Jax's Empower. This is another clip from the same game, on the same lane as well. And it's rather simple, just run out, bear stance, switch to Phoenix, and do that ridiculous early game damage that you really have to take advantage of as Udyr, because late game he then transitions into the team's tank instead of damage dealer. Udyr is technically quite a simple character to play, because he just has 4 abilities that you can spam pretty easily, but generally your role in a team fight is to try and stun as many people as possible. Now, you probably won't see me doing it much in these clips, and it's quite tricky because you're a melee range character, and that's why positioning is so important on him. As you can see here, what I'm trying to do is I'm keeping Garen stunned in place, but I'm trying to force them away from the rest of my team. See her Kali here, the reason I'm pounding on her with Phoenix is to try and make her run away so Jax below can continue to clean up. She comes back in and fights like an idiot and gets killed rather quickly. And eventually, we managed to pick up the ace. This is why Udyr is so useful to the team, because he's really hard to kill and he can stun people. You can see here, up above, we have Talon, Ziggs and Alistar, and by me standing here in the choke point, I can keep them away from my team, even though Ziggs is on full health and has blue buff. Me standing here, I can stop them from going down bottom to try and fight Garen and Sivir, while they try and kill Akali. And then I can quickly swap to Akali and stun her to stop her from getting away. And this mobility that Udyr has makes him so useful to the team, and he doesn't end up doing much damage at the end of the game, but because he can stun people so frequently, it's every 6 seconds on his bear stance on one character, it's really useful to his team. And here we get really lucky because Jax actually manages to survive this, but swapping, when you're trying to kill a single target, swapping between Tiger and Phoenix can be better because the single target damage from Tiger stance is very useful. For my runes on Udyr, I take a standard jungle page, which for me is magic resist per level blues, 3 attack damage quintessences, and I have 6 armor penetration reds and 3 attack damage reds, so this adds up to a total of 10 armor pen, which with Masteries then gives you enough to deal true damage to the minions. And obviously take armor yellows, which is sort of the standard on most characters. And for Masteries I go 2190, making sure to get the bonus damage to minions in the offense tree all the way up to 21 at the end, and the lifesteal, and making sure to get the bladed armor, which returns 6 damage against the minions that attack you. For item build on Udyr, when jungling, I always take boots and 3 potions at the start. Because he's a melee character, he needs to be able to get within range quick enough, and boots obviously help with that a lot. On your first time back, you should get a Philosopher's Stone, since it solves all your mana problems, and gives you this gold over time, which is very useful since you won't be farming minions in a lane. And wards, probably just 1 at least, just because they're useful if you have a enemy jungler. Then get Mercury Treads, because it means that you can slap people more with your bear stance. Get Warmogs early, because then you can get the minion kills up on the Warmogs and farm it up. Force Nature, Madrid's Blood Razor is a personal choice of mine. I like it because it enables you to still do a little bit of damage late game. Then get your Randuin's and Shirelia's latest, because if you've already got Heart of Gold and your Philosopher's Stone, you can get the most gold out of them before turning them into the items you want. For situational, I've got Sunfire Cape, Thornmail, Boots of Swiftness, Trinity Force and Heart of Gold. I suggest getting the Heart of Gold if you're doing well, straight after your Philosopher's Stone, but if you're not, go straight to the Mercury Treads. And obviously Trinity Force is good because every time you switch stance you'll be proccing a new Trinity Force thing, but you don't really normally see Udyrs with Trinity Force because they normally like to go straight tank. which is why I suggest the Sunfire Cape and the Thornmail as well. And that's just about it, so thank you everyone for watching my Udyr guide. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll probably happily answer them very quickly. Thanks a lot.